I think we are now officially at 9:30, so we can get started tonight. We have got a full slate of things happening this evening. We've got some memorabilia breaks and some Prime Signatures football, some Prestige basketball, some Heritage baseball, all kinds of fun stuff coming up. Hi, John Paul. How are you? I see you there in chat. So before we start on that, there is a few little housekeeping notes that I always start off with. So first up, you'll see on your screen here, all of my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. The other important thing, the most important thing about what you see up there is a big thank you to everyone. I appreciate everybody that bids with me and breaks with me and chats with me and all that fun stuff. So thank you to everyone taking time out, tearing yourself away from the Oscars to come hang out with me and break some cards. What you see now is a list of upcoming breaks for the next 5 days. These are the things that are already up and scheduled on eBay. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at in the days ahead. Tomorrow night is a few one-box breaks and a memorabilia break. Actually, they're all one-box breaks. It's just some are cards and some are memorabilia. And that's because I'm going to have a lot of sorting to do after what we break tonight. So tomorrow night, just some one-box stuff. Tuesday night, a couple of things there. Another full-size helmet, some preferred basketball, and then another chunk of our Prestige basketball case. On Wednesday, note we have an early start time like we did tonight. We'll be starting at 9:30 on Wednesday. And that's because we have Contenders Optic football and a half case of Donruss baseball, both of which come out that day. And Donruss baseball, that's going to be a monster break because that is a giant 16-box case. So we're going to have 8 boxes to break, and there's like a zillion cards in every box. That break will take a bit of time on that Donruss baseball. But Ohtani's in it, so hey, we gotta tear into it. Thursday, we have some more Prime Signatures. We have a half case of Encased and another half case of Heritage Baseball. Friday night, some one-box breaks, some more autographed memorabilia, and a first full case break of Select Basketball. Select Basketball, guys, was originally scheduled to come out on Wednesday. Panini delayed the release date until Friday, so that's why we're not breaking it until Friday. For tonight, here is a look at what we've got going on. This is also the order that we're breaking in. So it'll be the autographed jersey, the autographed helmet, the half case of Prime Signatures football, the quarter case of Prestige basketball, and then the half case of Heritage baseball. So if you're here for Heritage baseball, I'm going to say you probably have an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, something like that, before we get to your break, because this is literally the order that we're going to break in. Please take a moment to note also the shipping dates. We have 3 items tonight that have completely free shipping. That's our jersey, our helmet, and our half case of Prime Signatures football. Free stuff is always sent out roughly 5 to 6 days after the auction ends, sometimes sooner if you have another package going in the interim. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, which are the Prestige basketball and the Heritage baseball, those are going to go out roughly Wednesday. Okay, that's always plus or minus a day. So if I can get it faster, I will. If something goes haywire, it might slide a day the opposite direction and go to Thursday, but Wednesday is my best guess. Please also take a moment if you're in one of these first 3 breaks to read the information on the screen about what happens if your team does not pull something in the break and what you're entitled to when it's normally shipped and all that. The consolation card, that same info you can find in more detail in the listing description. So here we go. First up tonight, 1 box of 2017 Gold Rush autographed football jersey. This is the Rookie Update Edition. This is break number 12, so the 12th time that we have broken a 2017 Gold Rush jersey. And of course, all this ended tonight, March the 4th on eBay. We're live streaming it tonight, Oscar night, March the 4th. And of course, team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. And if you're not in this break, you're going to get a chance to see your name in lights across from your team when we get to your break. We'll put up one of those spreadsheets before each break. And I know the background went out of focus there. That is intentional, not to worry. We're still going to be able to see all of our stuff really well. I just adjust that so that we can look at the card up nice and close. And John Paul, you are saying, oh, you're in Prestige tonight. Awesome. You know, I like that product this year. They've changed it up a little bit because it's Hobby Direct now. It's not not the way that Prestige basketball has been for the last several years. I mean, it's always been the Hobby version, but it's the Hobby Direct. They've made it a little different, so it's fun. And there are not any teams open tonight for Prestige that I know of. I'll double check and make sure everything is paid for before we get to that. But everything did sell. There were a couple I was waiting on payment for, but we'll check that out when we get closer to the time. And who is our jersey? I don't even know who our jersey is. Oh, it's for the Bengals. It's Joe Mixon. And there is, of course, the signature, and you'll see a little JSA authentication sticker down there. There is also this card that matches up with your sticker that's on the jersey. And there's a piece of, what is that? Oh, it's a thread. There's just a loose thread. Like, what is in the box with the jersey? So when you get this Cincinnati Bengals, make sure you find this little card before you throw away the packing that it comes in, because I'll just usually just fold that card up in the folds of the jersey. So make sure you find it before you dump out the envelope or whatever. So again, Joe Mixon for the Cincinnati Bengals is our jersey. And let me get our spreadsheet set up here for the next one, which is our full-size helmet. So that's going to be, those are always fun. Once again, if you're in this break, please take a moment to look at the information on the screen that gives you an anticipated shipping date and also talks about what happens if you do not pull anything in the break. This is 2018 Hit Parade Series 3 full-size autograph helmet. This is break number 4, so that basically means it's the 4th time we've broken a 2018 Hit Parade full-size helmet. And if, you know, they change the series up all the time, and I buy a handful usually of most of the series, so we're going to kind of bounce back and forth and around between the various series ourselves. And this will not ship in the box that it's in right now, because this box is not made for shipping. So it'll ship to you in a regular box. It does come in that handy little carrying bag, though. Just trying to dump the box out of the way. And, oh boy, I see the player name. There's a little sticker on the inside edge of the bag. So I see the player name, but like I don't know the team. Now I do because I see the helmet. But this has got to be a veteran Hall of Fame type player I didn't recognize right offhand. And it is for the Browns, as you can see here. And it is Brian Sipe. So it says 1980 NFL MVP, but for some reason I don't remember him. But anyway, our helmet tonight for the Browns, there is your certificate of authenticity. I'm going to leave it tucked in there right where it is. It's from PSA DNA, and there is the matching sticker on the back. So our helmet tonight is for the Cleveland Browns with Brian Sipe. And I'm guessing if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you probably know exactly who Brian Sipe is. I just don't happen to know who that is. But then again, I wasn't watching a lot of football in the 80s. I was busy doing other stuff. I didn't watch as much football in the 80s. All right, guys. If you are in this break upcoming, which is our half case of Panini Prime signatures, once again, I would ask you to review the information on the screen. Gives you your anticipated shipping date. Also talks about what happens if you do not pull a card in this break. 5 boxes of 2011 Panini Prime Signatures Football, half case break number 52. We've done a lot of these. And like everything else tonight, it ended on March the 4th. We're live streaming it on March the 4th. And you will find team names on the left and your name in lights as our successful winning bidder across from your team on the right-hand side. And we pulled, we've been pulling some really cool stuff out of Prime Signatures lately. Pulled some interesting things and some one-of-ones, and we pulled a Refrigerator Perry out of here not too long ago for the Bears, which I'm still a little geeked out over, I've got to say. I thought that was an awesome hit. And we may find some redemptions in here. We often do. And if that's the case, you will notice on the redemption card that it is going to say that it's expired, but you will still want to redeem it into your Panini account just like you would an unexpired one. If they have the card, they'll usually send it to you in a couple months and on the older stuff. And surprisingly, they do often have a lot of older stuff, still hanging around. And if they don't have it, well, that's the fun part. If you've waited 3 or 4 months, you haven't gotten anything, you can assume they don't have it. Then you've got to track down a live person to get help with substituting it for another card. And my best advice for that is track them down either on Twitter or on Facebook, because they don't answer the phone, they don't respond to their emails, and yeah, they're nearly impossible to otherwise find. And I just saw a redemption right there, so for sure we're going to have one, because I just saw the edge of it. So we'll find out who that is somewhere here in a minute. And all of the cards in 2011 Prime Signatures are numbered. So base cards and everything, we're not going to pull anything out of here that isn't numbered. And if the rookies were at the rookie premiere day, their signatures would be hard signed in this product. If they were not at rookie premiere day, their signatures would be sticker autos in this product. And veterans and things are typically going to be stickers in here as well. So we are starting off with Roger Craig to $4.99 for the Niners. Everson Walls to $4.99 for the Cowboys. Phillip Rivers to $49 for the Chargers. And then for the Jags, we have Cecil Shorts the third to $199. Let me get a little pack of sleeves going here, and we'll go ahead and get Cecil and a sleeve anyway. So that's the first pack. Here comes the second. Sidney Rice to $4.99 for the Seahawks. Jamal Charles, $4.99 Chiefs. Reggie Bush to $99 for the Dolphins. And our hit is Clyde Gates to $249 for the Dolphins. And that is hard signed on card. So, okay. I think that's that same freaking weird sleeve I picked up the other night, and I thought I threw it away, but I guess I didn't because I just picked it up again. There's something about, there's one of those that I just cannot seem to get to open all the way or something. Felix Jones to $4.99 Cowboys. Brian Cushing $4.99 Texans. Jim Kelly to $99 for the Bills. Oh, nice. Nice. My Pittsburgh Steelers crushing it with some Heath Miller to $49. Yeah, cool. I like it, Steelers. I'm jealous. Yeah, I like hitting Heath Miller. Good one. Emmanuel Sanders to $4.99 Steelers. Ron Mix $4.99 Chargers. Russ Grimm $4.99 Redskins. Oh, sweetness. That is cool. That is cool. And it's a 1-of-1 on top of that. You see that up there in the right-hand corner. Here's the thing. Unless the same person owns both of those teams, we'll have to go to random with this beautiful card. This is Hall of Fame. We have Deion Sanders in the top position, Marshall Faulk in the bottom position. So, of course, we're looking at the Rams and the Cowboys. And, wow, that is an awesome card, guys. Sweet little one of one right there. You don't pull a whole lot of dual signatures out of 2011 Prime, so I'm loving that card. Adrian Peterson to 499 Vikings, Dub Jones 499 Browns, Jack Youngblood to 25 for the Rams, and our redemption we are going to go to the checklist and look up, but it's rookie signature gold RPS and card number 245. So I'm gonna bring you along with me because we've got a couple of different things to do here. I guess we'll deal with we'll deal with our redemption first, and then we'll come back around to get into the random on the other card if indeed we need to random. If we have the same team owner, of course we won't have to, but did I select 2013 football? Good grief, what is wrong with me? Let's try that again. 2011 is what we're in. Good gracious. All right, and what did I say? Rookie signature gold RPS. Go ahead and get this guy in a sleeve too so I can write on it in a minute. And it is card number 245. Oh, it's Julio Jones. Oh, sweet, man. Oh, that is nice, guys. It is Julio Jones to 49 for the Falcons. That is a heck of a rookie hit, and I hope that they still have this for you guys because that is nice. Julio Jones for the Falcons to 49. I just took that black. I didn't mean to. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I was all excited about pulling that card for the Falcons. You know, as much of this as we have opened, I have only pulled the Julio Jones redemption maybe two. Maybe this is the second or the third time, and it wasn't gold before. It wasn't this low, so I'm pretty excited about pulling that for somebody. This is the card in question, Cowboys and Rams. I'm going to bring you along with me. We're going to take a look on the spreadsheet again and see if we have the same or different team owner. The Rams is Larson's Resort. I'll just scroll up here so you can see we're looking in the right place. And then the Dallas Cowboys is SB Macho Man. All right, guys, so what that means is we're going to head off to random.org, and I always put these things in either left to right or top to bottom, and this is kind of an oddly oriented card. There's kind of both left and right and top and bottom, so we're just going to go top to bottom, which is going to put the Cowboys entered first. The Rams are going to be typed in second. And I will hit random 3 times. The first 2 times do not count. It is only the third and final time that will determine where this card is going to go. So the first one, you can ignore it. The second one, ignore it. The third and final right here, there's our 3 times, our date and time stamp, and it is awarded to the Rams by way of random.org. And if you happen to want this card in a one-touch or any other card that you pull with me this evening or any evening, all you have to do is let me know. You can say it here in chat. You can, I'm just writing on this so that I know what it is. You can say it in chat. You can send me a message on eBay, whatever the case. It's generally going to cost $3. That covers the cost of the case and the PayPal fees and whatever. So this beautiful little card right here with Marshall Faulk and Deion Sanders, it is a 1 of 1. It was awarded to the Rams by way of random. Of course, the writing is on the top loader I put it in, not on the card itself. Out of this same half of the case, we got a beautiful redemption here for Julio Jones, Falcons, numbered to 49. Again, it's expired, but still put it in your account. Let's hope they still have it. And if they don't, maybe they can work with you and maybe they've got a different Julio Jones rookie. Sometimes they'll find you one out of another series. Heath Miller to 49 for the Steelers. Clyde Gates to 249 for the Dolphins. And Cecil Shorts to 199 for the Jags. So that is the hits recap for that half of Prime Signatures football. which will run us right into Prestige Basketball, which is coming up next. We get back to where we need to be here on our spreadsheet, and we'll start busting into that. And of course, here with Prestige Basketball, this is a paid shipping break. So again, I'm anticipating it to go out Wednesday. It's possible I can get it to you sooner. It's always possible it could slide a day beyond where I intend to ship it, but I expect most likely it will go out on Wednesday. So this is 4 boxes of 2017-18 Panini Prestige Basketball. This is a quarter case. It's break number 2, and the same format that you're accustomed to seeing. We'll just scroll down through here and give everybody a chance to get their mojo going, put it out in the universe, what hits you're looking for, and we'll see if we can't maybe deliver them for you tonight. Now, Prestige, of course, we've only, this is only our second break out of it, so we still have lots of boxes here, and we're gonna number them all on the opposite end of what I numbered them on last time, because since we don't, whenever I open less than a full case quantity, I will take the boxes out and we number them on the end, and then random can decide for us which ones we open tonight versus which ones we open the next time. And tonight, my challenge is just making sure that I flip them all to the end that's different than the end I numbered the first time. So if you don't know much about this product, well, there's always product information at the bottom of every single listing. If you scroll down there, I always do a cut and paste of any information I have for a particular product, so you can look at it and kind of see what's in it and how many packs and how many hits and all that kind of stuff. But I'll give you a brief overview of this one in a second, as soon as we get into random and pick out which boxes we're going to open tonight. So we have 12. And that's what we'll be entering in. I'll just be typing in 1 through 12, and we'll hit random 1 time. And whatever 4 numbers come up first are the 4 boxes we will open tonight. All right, so there's our, whoops, why do I have an extra space in there? Guess I hit an extra space in there. That would be why. Oh, I see what I did. There we go. There we go. Now we have 1 through 12 properly typed in there. It's pretty bad when you can't even type 1 through 12 in there, isn't it? And it gives us box number 12, 6, 7, and 9. So 6, 7, 9, and 12 are the boxes that we're opening tonight. So let me get these others put back in their case here. We need 7, we need 9, and we need 12. Oh, those are not wanting to cooperate with me. For some reason, they do not want to go back into their case. What is going on? Oh, I see what happened. One went in crooked and crazy, so then the rest of them didn't want to go in there the way they should have. Okay, so in each one of our boxes here, we're going to find 2 autographs. You know Panini, they always say on average. Sometimes they replace one of our hits with a rewards point card. If they do, we'll give out the rewards point card using random.org at the end of the break. Hopefully they won't, but sometimes they do. So beyond the 2 autographs that we're going to find in each box, we'll find a handful of inserts, some of them numbered. We'll also find some micro etch rookie cards. And those can only be found here in Prestige. And they come in a couple of different colors. Red, which is unnumbered. And then I believe the other color is pink. And the pink ones are numbered to 10, if we get lucky enough to find one of those. And they have cracked ice in Prestige for the first time. And all their marketing materials call it cracked ice, and it looks like cracked ice. But then when you flip one of the cards over on the back, I noticed this when I was sorting it, it says it calls it crystals. So that's kind of weird, but it is cracked ice. They're not all numbered, but they are cracked ice. So there you go. And again, this product for this year was Hobby Direct, which means you couldn't buy it through wholesalers or distributors or the places you normally buy cards. I don't think the online places have it for sale. You had to get it from a brick and mortar hobby store. And on top of that, the brick and mortar hobby store had to be a round table store, which Panini sets out some different types of criteria as to what makes something a round table store. And the good part of that is our local hobby shop owner is super nice, and he helped me out with this, and we got it ordered, and it's been fun breaking it, and we got, of course, beyond tonight, a couple more breaks yet to go with it. But I like it. It's a nice looking product this year, and having the micro etch cards added is pretty cool, especially since they're all rookies. And having the cracked ice is pretty cool, because that's not been in here before. All right, so we're going to have lots of base, and we're going to kind of just cut a path through our base like we normally do. If anyone wants an adjustment to something like that, you just let me know, and I can adjust the pace. And here's our first cracked ice, and it's a nice one. It is, well, why can I not get that in the sleeve? There we go. It is Jason Tatum rookie class for the Celtics. So our first cracked ice is a nice one. And this is stuck to the card below it. This is what the micro etch rookies look like. Of course, this is a red one, and which means it's not numbered. If we find a pink one, it would be numbered, but the red ones are not. This one is Luke Kennard for the Pistons. Who do you have in here tonight, John Paul and Shannon? I didn't see you jump in, Shannon. I'm sorry. I would have said hi to you a minute ago. I didn't even see you jump in the chat. I don't know. I must have been all off in La La Land somewhere. I was probably all excited about one of the Prime Signatures pulls, and I didn't notice you come in. Sorry. Davin Reed for the Phoenix Suns in the red micro etch. And yeah, I do realize some of those were upside down, guys, but Panini puts these cards in there in 100 different ways, and so sometimes we're going to look at them upside down unless somebody objects, because otherwise we'll be flipping them 70 times a night. This is numbered to 199, Tony Bradley. It's another cracked ice. This one is for the Jazz. John Paul, you have the Celtics, the Pacers, and the Lakers. All right. Well, surely we can find something out of all that for you. So this is Dakari Johnson for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Bonus shots, cracked ice, which all of our autos in here, guys, are in the cracked ice, which, again, for some reason, on some of these, they say, oh, yeah, right there. See, it says crystal on the back, which is so weird because even their marketing materials call it cracked ice. That's what they call that pattern, but whatever. They printed that on it. They printed crystal on it. So there you have it. So anyway, our first hit out is the Dakari Johnson for the Oklahoma City Thunder. DJ Wilson micro etch for the Bucks. A Hardcourt Heroes Harrison Barnes insert. Jason Tatum base rookie. And again, guys, if someone, freaks out about the fact that we're looking at a few of these upside down because of the many times that they change directions in here, let me know. I can always flip them all for you if you want them that way. All-time greats for the Bucks, Oscar Robertson. Wayne Selden Jr. micro etch for the Grizzlies. Julius Randle for the Lakers. That's cracked ice. Actually, I guess I should keep the ones that are, well, that was numbered. It's to 199. Sorry, I didn't call the number originally because I did not initially see the number. It took me a minute. Sindarius Thornwell for the Clippers, micro etch red. Otto Porter Jr. numbered to 199 for the Wizards. That again is our cracked ice. All-time greats Grant Hill for the Phoenix Suns. Hardcourt Heroes Chris Paul. And if anybody happens to be watching live right now and you can't see chat, I think you have to be logged into YouTube to see it. All-time great Hakeem Olajuwon for the Rockets, cracked ice. And if you are on a mobile device, it might have been Shannon that reminded me of this, actually. Somebody reminded me of this recently. If you're on a mobile device, you have to tell it you want to go to the desktop version to see chat. It won't let you otherwise see it, I think. At least that's what I've been told, and I think that is right. All-time greats for the Magic, Anthony Hardaway. Because I think I had to do that too, and I had just forgotten that I had done it. Terrence Ferguson, Oklahoma City Thunder, red micro etch. Hi, Marty Mar. We are just getting started on Prestige. We're still in our first box. That's a Markelle Fultz rookie class insert. So you really haven't missed much yet, man. We're just kind of starting to feel our way through it. Jordan Bell for the Golden State Warriors, red micro etch. Justin Jackson, rookie class insert. Stars of the NBA, John Wall. We'll find a bunch of those stars of the NBA in here too. So Marty Mar, were you on here the other night to hear when I was talking about that they've moved the release date of Select Basketball? They've changed it. It's not coming out Wednesday anymore. It's coming out Friday now. So fortunately, I found that out on Friday afternoon, this past Friday, before I had mine listed. So I don't have anything listed to end until release day, but I know there are a lot of people that probably didn't find it in time and have breaks ending Wednesday and Thursday, but they're not going to have any product. Kristaps Porzingis, cracked ice. Well, unless they have first off the line, maybe that would be in by then. I don't know, but regular is not going to be. Oh, Lakers, John Paul, look at you with the Lakers tonight. How about a nice little Kyle Kuzma? Yeah, there you go. Bonus shots, cracked ice, Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. That is a nice hit, my friend. You said you didn't have much luck last night, but you're having some luck tonight right out of the gate. Jarrett Allen for the Nets with the red micro etch. Sometimes that's how it goes, right? You have a bad night or something, and then the next night, boom, you hit something awesome, and you forget all about the bad luck the night before. Yeah, Marty Mar, I already have the first break of Select is it was list blah 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 blah. I used to be able to speak, apparently not very well right now. I have the first case of Select Basketball listed to end on Friday night. Yes, I do. I listed it tonight to end. Most everything I list ends 5 days from the time I list it. So, yeah, it's up there right now. Just got listed tonight. Will end on Friday night, which is the actual new release day. And we'll break it Friday night. But apparently Panini didn't even come out and say until late Friday that they were moving the release date. And I have 3 different reps that I work with, and only one of them was nice enough to pick up the phone and call and tell me that it was delayed. And then I thought, well, you know what? I better just make sure that it's delayed with everybody and not just maybe delayed coming into the one place. So I checked with my other reps as well, and they all said the same thing. Yeah, Panini had to move it to Friday. Something about, I don't know, something about a shipping delay from Panini themselves. So that's all the info I got. But they did, fortunately, the one guy did get it to me in time where I didn't have a bunch of stuff listed to end on Wednesday night that we'd be stuck not able to break. But you know, my reps as a whole, they're all very good. They just, I'm sure they had a lot going on Friday anyway. I don't hold it against the ones who didn't let me know on their own, but I was very grateful that the one guy did. So I would have been listing away like anybody else. And yeah, Marty Mar, between now and then, we'll do another run at Prestige as well. We'll do another quarter case of that somewhere between now and Friday. It's already listed. I just don't remember what day. And there might be, oh, I might even have something else up. I've kind of lost track. Got so much stuff listed these days. Another all-time great, Grant Hill. This is a cracked ice numbered to 199 for the Nets. And below that, I see a little Justin Jackson rookie class insert. And here's a Kyle Kuzma red micro etch for the Lakers. NOLA, Anthony Davis, Stat Stars, cracked ice. Anthony Davis has been just crushing it lately, right? I mean, the guy has been incredible. I really thought after Boogie went down that they would have a hard way to go the rest of the season, but man, they're really, of course they would have been better with Boogie, but they're still playing pretty darn well. Harry Giles for the Kings, red micro etch. Miles Turner for the Pacers, Hardcourt Heroes, cracked ice. Or crystals, as they're half the time they're calling it cracked ice in their marketing stuff, and then they print crystals on the back of the card. So I don't know. You can call it whichever one you want, I guess. To 199, CJ Miles for the Raptors. Karl Anthony Towns, Stars of the NBA insert. Lonzo Ball red micro etch for the Lakers. Bogdanovic for the Kings, red micro. Hi, Anime. I see you there in chat. How are you? Zach Collins, rookie class. And Ben Simmons, Hardcourt Heroes insert. Stars of the NBA, James Harden insert. You know, I don't say this guy's name right. Todosic or something kind of, maybe not even remotely similar to that. I don't know. But it's the Clippers red micro etch. Caleb Swanigan for the Blazers. Bonus shots autograph. Cracked ice. Not numbered. At least not that I see on there. Courtney Lee to 199 for the Knicks. Again with our crystal. I think that Davin Reed's going to be a micro etch, but we'll look at those two. And then, yeah, for the Suns. Magic Johnson for the Lakers, all-time greats, cracked ice. We pulled a really sweet Magic Johnson autograph out of here. Wasn't it out of here? I think it was. Out of our first part of this case, we pulled a Magic Johnson autograph. So there's definitely some cool stuff in here. Oh, this is a case hit. There are 3 in a case that was on average, you know, Panini, on average. 3 that will say prestigious picks. So there should still be 2 more prestigious picks somewhere in the case. But here's our first one that we've seen for the Phoenix Suns with Josh Jackson. Luke Kennard for the Pistons. And then there is another case hit that really is one per case. And why can't I think of the name of it? It's prestigious something else, and I just can't think of prestigious what. Damian Dotson for the Knicks. Cracked ice. Lauri Markkanen micro etch red. I had even forgotten to mention to you guys the case hits. I don't know. They slipped my mind when we were talking earlier about what was in this, the content of this. But yeah, so there's 3 prestigious picks and one of the prestigious, whatever the other one is called. Pros, maybe? Is it prestigious pros? I don't know. All right, that one's all emptied out. And this is box 3 of the 4. And remember, if you are here for Heritage Baseball, it is after we finish Prestige. So I'm thinking we've probably got about a half hour or so. And then we'll be on our way to Heritage. Brandon, yes, we have already done 2011 Prime Signatures. We sure did. It was a nice one, too. We had a couple of real nice hits in there. Yeah, guys, I pretty much always break in the order that things list on eBay are, and that pretty much break in the order that listings end on eBay virtually all the time. Every once in a while, I might mess up and have something that takes a couple of minutes to break listed behind something that takes a really long time to break. And if so, then I would change up the order the night of. But most of the time, I'm going to break in the order they end on eBay. And also, of course, that's the order that you see when we do those previews of what's coming up in the days ahead. That is also listed in the order that stuff will break in, just as an aside if anybody ever cares about that. Brandon, what teams did you have in 2011 Prime? Oh, I'm sure you remember, but if you want to tell me, I will try to remember if there were hits. Now, I'm not going to remember whether or not we have base cards for sure. I might not even remember all the hits, but I remember the main ones. Hardcourt Heroes, that was D'Angelo Russell for the Nets. Paul Gasol in a cracked ice for the Spurs to 199. Stars of the NBA, Karl Anthony Towns. Rookie class, Zach Collins. Bogdanovic for the Kings. Red micro etch. He's one you might want to be stockpiling. He's already having a good rookie year, but I think that kid's going to end up being pretty good. Kent Bazemore to 199 for the Hawks, cracked ice. Justin Jackson rookie class insert. Stat Stars Steph Curry insert. Jordan Bell for the Golden State Warriors, red micro. Well, I guess Brandon must have taken off, so I was going to try to remember if we had pulled anything for his team if he was still here, but he's gone. I think there's I know there's a little bit of a delay between the time you guys type in chat and the time it pops up where I see it, so in the interim, he probably hit the bricks. Luke Kennard for the Pistons in the red micro etch. Oh, Marty Mar, you bought the gold premium edition auto of Bogdanovic the other day. Nice. I think he's going to be a good investment. Tadosic for the Clippers red micro etch. He's another one like, the Lakers, you kind of get the twofer, right? I mean, well, really three, because there's Josh Hart in these products too, but the two main ones, of course, you're getting Lonzo and Kuzma. And then, of course, I think you're getting kind of a twofer with the Kings as well, between De'Aaron and Bogdanovic. So both of those, I think, are good value for the money in terms of buying into breaks this year. For the Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time greats, cracked ice. And Seattle Supersonics, guys, that is the current Oklahoma City Thunder, okay? Cards always stay with their franchises. And if you have any questions about that, there's all kinds of info about it in the listing down there in the special circumstances area that talks about franchises that have renamed, relocated, etc. So this is Detlef Schrempf, yeah. And it's an old school auto. Of course, he played originally for the Seattle Supersonics, which again, that franchise is the current Oklahoma City Thunder. So that old school autograph hit is headed to the Thunder. Bam Adebayo rookie class cracked ice. He's another one that I think might be a good investment right now. His stuff is not very expensive. But I think he's going to continue to get better as we go along, too. Stars of the NBA, James Harden. Rajon Rondo for NOLA to 199. Cracked ice. Yeah, that old school auto, John Paul, that is the card series that we pulled the Magic Johnson out of the first part of the case. It was on that same old school, that kind of blue and white card. It's pretty cool looking. Davin Reed for the Suns, red micro. Lonzo Ball, red micro. And that was a Dennis Smith Jr. base rookie. Jarrett Allen rookie class insert. Mike Conley for the Grizzlies. Hardcourt Heroes cracked ice. So basically what it seems like is if we find one that is an insert series like rookie class or Hardcourt Heroes, Stat Kings, etc., all-time greats, those don't seem to be numbered when they're in cracked ice. But if we pull just what is basically the base card version of that's in cracked ice, those all seem to be numbered to 199. Highlight reel Markelle Fultz. At least that's what I've noticed so far. Tyler Dorsey for the Hawks is our other autograph out of this box. All of our autographs are cracked ice. Haven't seen any that aren't yet, anyway. Lauri Markkanen, Chicago Bulls, red micro. His stuff's doing well. Out of contenders and things, Markkanen's bringing pretty good return on investment. Hardcourt Heroes Blake Griffin. Hardcourt Heroes Ben Simmons. That's going to be another micro, Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. All right, that is box 3. We are now on to box 4, our final box of this quarter case break of Prestige. And of course, we've got more of it coming up. Whatever night it is. It Tuesday night, guys? Does anybody remember? I don't know. I'll put it back up there in a minute and we'll look. But I think there's some more of this Tuesday night. Because Wednesday, I know we're doing Donruss baseball and Optic Contenders football. Both of those do still come out on Wednesday. I wish that Panini would not do these weird case sizes. Because when they do these 16 boxes, like 8 of them is a massive amount of cards. So you don't really want to cut it in half, and you can't really cut it in thirds because, yeah, they made it a 16 box case. And they do that a lot. They do 16 box cases and 20 box cases. It's like, can you not just stick with maybe 12, you know? And if you want to do a smaller one like they do with Revolution and do an 8-box case, okay, or a 10, but don't go over 12. It just makes it a pain to deal with. Because really, if this had been a 12-box case, and we could have done it in halves, 6 and 6, that would have been about the perfect amount to do it once. But they didn't ask my opinion, so there you go. We might get a few more of the white sparkle packs too. I actually meant to give a call and see if he had some more available on Friday, and I somehow didn't get it done. So maybe I'll try and get that done tomorrow or Tuesday. All-time greats cracked ice, Allen Iverson for the 76ers. Marty Marr says, how's the weather here? Well, it was nice today during the day, but it is chilly tonight. And honestly, it had gotten really warm. I mean, we were up in the 80s a week or 10 days ago, which is exceptionally warm for us in February. Stars of the NBA, Steph Curry cracked ice. So everything started coming up. All of my flowers, all of my plants and things that shouldn't be coming up yet are already up. A lot of them are blooming, and now all of a sudden, here we are with it. I mean, daytime was still nice, probably 50 or something, but it's getting down into the 20s at night. Malik Monk, Charlotte Hornets, red micro. And I think it's going to be that way all week, so it may kill back some of my plants that just came up, which is a bummer. Miami Heat, Josh Richardson, cracked ice. Auto, of course. Thomas Bryant for the Lakers, micro etch. You're in California, right, Marty Moore? So are you guys getting rain right now? Or did, like, in the mountains getting snow and the rest of you getting rain? Or it seems like that's what I saw was going on out there. De'Aaron Fox, rookie class insert. But our weather's just been weird here lately. It gets super, super warm before it should have, and now it's getting really cold at night, colder than it should be this time of year, but there you go. Bogdanovic for the Kings, red micro. Frank Jackson Nola, red micro. Felt like one was stuck behind there, but I guess it wasn't. Hardcourt Heroes, Mike Conley, Grizzlies. Gortat, cracked ice to 199 for the Wizards. And rookie class Bam Adebayo insert. Thomas says, you're new here and you're in Louisville. Okay, excellent. So are you a U of L fan, Thomas? Because you know I went to school at UK, so I'm a UK fan, but I can get along with you. That's the 199 Dennis Schroeder. Actually, I don't really harbor any ill will towards U of L now that Rick Pitino's gone. So, in fact, I'd like for them to do well. They've been through a lot, those kids up there. Harry Giles for the Kings, red micro. But, of course, now when we play them, I want to win. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time greats. But with the team I have got this year with my UK Wildcats, good gracious, I don't even know if I'll make it out of the round of 64 out of the tournament we are. Woo! We are not having what I would call a good year with my little UK Wildcats this year. Oh, this is nice, guys. This is an old school autograph for the Hornets. It does have a little imperfection down here in this lower right corner and edge. You can probably see a little of the white. It's got a little kind of bump, chipping, whatever you want to call it. It's imperfect anyway. But that is Glenn Rice. Nice old school auto for the Charlotte Hornets. And that's cracked ice parallel as well. Oh, you're a UK fan too. Okay, cool. So yeah, then you know our team has been hard to watch sometimes this year. Stars of the NBA, Kemba Walker. We have really had our challenges this year. Stars of the NBA, Dirk Nowitzki. And the bad thing is, you know that they can play so much better because they just did for 4 or 5 games in a row, and then all of a sudden we get down to Florida and we revert back to the February team that probably could have been beaten by a high school team at times. For the Clippers, Sidosic again with another red micro etch. Stat Stars, John Wall for the Wizards. So yeah, I don't know what to expect out of us in the tournament. I don't think we'll win the SEC tournament. I'd be shocked if we did. And I don't know what to expect of us in the NCAA tournament because we have it's been a rough year for my Wildcats. Justin Patton for the T-Wolves. They just, somehow they're all really good individually, but somehow they're not clicking together. John Collins for the Hawks, rookie class insert. Hardcourt Heroes, Embiid for the Sixers. All-time greats, Kobe, Lakers. Lillard for the Blazers, Stat Stars insert, cracked ice. Ojale for the Celtics, red micro. So we will recap this, and then we'll be getting ready to roll into Heritage Baseball after we do the recap here. This is to 199, Jeremy Lin, cracked ice for the Nets. Hardcourt Heroes, Donovan Mitchell, nice, for the Jazz. Nice little insert for Donovan Mitchell. All right, let's recap our quarter case of Prestige here. We're going to start off by just doing a quick pass through of our red micro etch. These are not numbered. It's only if we pull a pink one at some point. A pink one would be numbered to 10, but the red ones are not numbered. However, they are exclusive to this product, and of course, this product being Hobby Direct only, I still think these have some value to them. There's not zillions of them out there, at least not right now. Well, that just got set in there. I don't know why. It shouldn't be in there. It's just a rookie class insert for Markelle Fultz. But I guess I stacked it in here with the red micro etch for some unknown reason. You never know. This is our cracked dice. Well, that one's numbered. These are our cracked dice that are not numbered. So these are mostly inserts and things that are that have the cracked dice, aka crystals, but it's not numbered. Nice little Jason Tatum, though, in the rookie class insert with that pattern, that design. Next up, our cracked ice that are numbered. These are to 199. We have a case hit. And again, there are supposed to be three, quote, on average, prestigious picks per case. This is the first one that we have found. So there's 2 more still in there. Josh Jackson for the Suns. There's also going to be, there's a true case hit where there is only 1 per case, and it's a prestigious something else. And I just can't remember what the insert's called. Maybe Prestigious Pros, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what it's called. I'm just, for some reason, blanking out on it. Nice little old school autograph, Glenn Rice for the Hornets. And once again, remember this did have some little corner and edge issues down there right out of the pack. Josh Richardson, cracked ice auto for the Heat. Tyler Dorsey, cracked ice auto for the Hawks. An old school Schimpf, and again, Seattle Supersonics are the current Oklahoma City Thunder, so that card goes to the Thunder. Damian Dotson for the Knicks, cracked ice auto. Caleb Swanigan, Blazers, cracked ice auto for him. Kyle Kuzma, nice little hit for the Lakers, also cracked ice auto. And finally, Dakari Johnson for the Oklahoma City Thunder, cracked ice auto. You got it. You guessed it. That's what it was. So that has us all wrapped up on that quarter case of Prestige Basketball, which is going to bring us, wasn't too bad on my time. I guessed it would be an hour to an hour and 10 minutes before we would be starting on Heritage, and it's about an hour. So not too bad on my estimating tonight, if I do say so myself. It's kind of hard to guess, though, sometimes, because you don't know how many redemptions you're going to find and different stuff. So, but anyway. And for those of you who might be taking off from basketball, I do remember that I said I'd throw this up there again real quick. So here is this. If you wanted to look at what's coming up, it does look like Tuesday night we're going to be opening some more of the Prestige Basketball, another quarter case. And then, of course, Contenders Optic Football, Donruss Baseball on Wednesday. On Thursday, more Heritage, some Encase Football. And then on Friday, the release day, the new release day for it will be the case of Select Basketball. So if you are in this break for Heritage Baseball, once again, I am anticipating that your cards will ship out to you on Wednesday, which is the 7th, this upcoming Wednesday. If I can get it to you sooner, I will. It is also possible that some of them could slide a day later into Thursday the 8th, and I always try my best to have that not happen, but occasionally life intervenes and something does move around a little. But the target date is Wednesday the 7th. And so everybody that's taken off from basketball, thanks again, guys. I always appreciate you. I will see you the next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And then anybody that is here for baseball, we're getting ready to get rolling on some Heritage. This is 6 boxes of 2018 Heritage Baseball. This came out, what, Wednesday? Is that right? I think so. I've lost track. We've got so much stuff coming out these days. So this is break number 2. It's the back half of the case that we started the other day. And, of course, like our other things that we've opened tonight, this ended on March the 4th on eBay. And we're live streaming it tonight. And same format, there you'll see your name as the winning bidder across from your team. So get your mojo in gear and see what we can pull out of this. Now, I believe in the first part of this, I think we pulled all relics, if I'm remembering correctly. And I'm not going to swear to that, but I think that's the case. Somebody sent me a message on eBay and asked me that earlier if we had pulled what autos we had pulled, and I'm like, I don't think we pulled any out of the first half. I think it was all relics. So we may have some autographs in here tonight, hopefully, if we're lucky. Because of course this is one either or, basically. It can be an autograph or a relic in this box. Bryce says, oh, Kobe won an Oscar tonight. Really? For what? I didn't know he was even up for an Oscar tonight. What in the world? What was he nominated for? That's crazy. I mean, that's cool, but that's crazy. So like his awards case is full of everything now. I mean, who would have ever thought? It's pretty cool though. And Bryce says that I am right. It was all relics out of the first half. I thought that it was, but you know me. Sometimes I forget what we have seen from one to another. And I see that we have someone named Good Looking that has joined us. That's the username there in chat, is Good Looking. So hi, Good Looking to you as well. Dear Basketball, a short film, that he wrote. Well, I'll be darned. Who would have ever guessed? Now, you saw me cut the end off of that, and still we cannot get the card out. So what in the... Just cut it again. Now, our box toppers can be one of a few things. It can be a buyback card, which is the case for this one. Of course, it has the 50th anniversary stamp on it, but this is an original card from 1969. So we'll find all kinds of interesting things in there, and it can be soft edges and corners and miscut and craziness and anything else, because it really is a card that they bought back from 1969. And yeah, and then they just put that stamp on it, and there you go. So that's one thing that can be a box top, box loader. The other one, we can pull a poster, which we did pull a poster for the Diamondbacks out of the first half of the case. We can also pull a strip of cards. We'll have 3 different uncut cards in it. So there's all kinds of things we can do there. But the first one, of course, was our buyback card. And there are loads and loads of base cards in here, guys. You all know that. So for the most part, I go through these at a pretty good little clip. Now, if I'm going too quickly for some of you and you want me to go slower, you want to take a better look at them, all you have to do is jump in a chat and let me know. There are some short prints in here. After breaking and sorting the first half, I think I'm probably more likely to find it, to spot it, the obvious ones anyway. But it is still possible that I could zip past one and not call it out because I didn't notice it. And if that's the case, and you notice it as it goes by, please feel free to jump into chat and call my attention to it, and we'll go back and find it and take a better look at it. Now, there are some short prints that I just wouldn't catch when we were breaking. Sometimes it's just a strange little minor nuance on the back of a card, you know, a misprinted date or a misprinted something that we might not catch during the break. But the main thing that we'll find are probably the action variation photos. There are a couple that we found in the first half of the case that had a gold foil 100th anniversary stamp on them. And they weren't technically, I guess, listed on the short print list as a technical true short print, if you will. But obviously we're not finding them every pack or every box or anything like that. So I think we could probably reasonably assume that there's some variation of a short print. We will also find cards in here that are National League leaders and American League leaders that will feature players from more than one team. All of those will be set aside, and at the end of the break, we'll figure out how to award them using random.org. essentially what I do is just put in like right, middle, or left, middle, right, and then random will spit one of those out, and then that's how they will be assigned. So, you know, would either go to the team on the left, the team on the right, or the team on the middle, something like that. So most of the variations that we would tend to notice in here, guys, are either going to be chrome, like this. Those are easy to spot. The white bordered are numbered to 999. Then there can be variations, of course, as I said, of the action shots. There can be variations where, you know, the team name might be in white, or where this would be in a different color, that kind of thing. So those, some of those are easier to spot than others. This is one of the examples of the cards I was talking about, home run leaders. So at the end of the break, again, this will either be awarded to the Rangers, the A's, or the Yankees, depending on how random sorts that out for us. Flashbacks are just an insert set that we'll see. Rookie stars are going to be for the same team each time. I mean, it will be players from the same team together on the card. So it's, in other words, those don't go to random. This is an example of the 100th anniversary gold foil logo that I was referencing earlier. This one's on Wade Davis for the Cubs. So I'm not really quite sure exactly how rare those are. As I said, we found 2 in the first half of this case, and I didn't really see anything that specifically gave me a huge amount of information on that in terms of how many to expect to find. So we'll have to kind of play that along as we go. Insert for Chicago Cubs with Rizzo and Bryant. And we'll find a bunch of these New Age inserts as well. This one is Devers for the for the Red Sox. Sorry, I started looking at this next one. That is another variation. Sometimes where it says 2017 right there on that rookie cup, some of them will say 1969. Those would be short prints, if we find any like that. Bryce says the 100th anniversary gold foil ones are supposed to be numbered to, or not numbered, they're not numbered, but he says they are supposed to be to 25, is what he has heard. So if that is the case, then that makes those maybe a little more scarce, at least by player, than I would have anticipated. American League pitching leaders. Here we have a mini for the Brewers with numbered to 100, Josh Hader. Well, but not all of these have the magenta back. So, I mean, there's a, you know, this is like the regular back, right? I mean, that's a different color. So if there's the red foil stamp and then they have a different color on the back, those, I believe, is what you're referencing there, Bryce. That would be just 10 copies. But in the absence of the different color on the back, I don't know if they are scarce or not, basically. But with what you said earlier, that you think they're to 25, so that would make them more scarce than I would have anticipated. On the checklist, these are always going to go to the player that is depicted. So in this case, you know, you see Bryce Harper up there for the Nats. That's where that will go. Then and now, this is another example of a card that will end up going to random, because almost always those will have 2 different teams on them. So as such, we'll end up using random.org to award those as well. And again, we'll do all of that at the end of the break. We'll find a whole bunch of Topps news that are various Astros headlines, since they were our World Series winners. Oh, right. I got you. That makes sense. You did a copy and paste from that website. That makes sense. Yeah, I would think that those would be numbered, the ones with the different color back. Now, maybe I'm wrong and they won't be, but since we haven't found one yet, I can't say for sure. Oh, I forgot we have these inserts as well with the facsimile autographs on them. And of course the kind of die cut ruffled edge as well. And of course we all know that Ohtani is a short print in here. So he has rookie cards in here, but they are a short print. He is also going to be in Heritage High number, if you didn't know that already. He's in this Heritage as a pitcher. He will be in High number as a batter. Just as an aside, you probably knew that already, but in case you didn't. And then we have a clubhouse relic for the Rangers with Runed. So our hit out of this box is a relic. I'm trying to think what other nuances there are with Heritage. I'm sure there's more. There's so many possibilities for short prints and things that you can pull out of here, like a crazy number of them. Rosario. And of course, I have a lot more Heritage. There's a little bit more listed on eBay right now, but I have a lot more that we will be breaking. I've just got to get it into the rotation. There's so many things that have come out recently which are heavy in base cards. It makes it a little more difficult than obviously the products that come out without as many base cards. I believe, let's see. Yeah, this Altuve is a short print for the Astros. Oh, Bryce, you're looking for a throwback? Hey, man, I'd love to pull a throwback for any team for sure. But yeah, I like it, man. Put your mojo out there and we'll try to find it. Flashback cards, these also will be awarded by way of random when we get to the end of the break. I forgot what the pack odds were on throwback, but it's astronomically high. They're worth a lot of money for a reason. They are super hard to pull. Nolan Arenado. So I'll keep our short print, our true short print, separate maybe from some of this other stuff, so we can have it there to recap. But I'm anxious for the season to get started. I'm ready for baseball. A lot of times I'm not, because I'm hanging on to basketball, right? And I don't want basketball to end, but yeah, like I said earlier, my little Kentucky Wildcats haven't exactly been lighting the world on fire this year. So it makes it a little easier to say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready for baseball to start. So our baseball team, we got the new coach last year, and we made it to the Super Regionals for the first time as a university, and we are starting off pretty well this year so far. I mean, obviously I haven't played very many games, but the games that we have played have looked pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy for baseball to be coming back around. Well, let's see here. All right, so our box topper in this was another buyback card. This one for the Padres, Ron Davis. And like our other one, it is an original 1969, so it's got all kinds of interesting issues. But that's part of its charm. Let's just stop and look at some. We'll just do some, open some, do some, open some. Delayed gratification is hard for me, so by the time I get all of those out of the wrappers, it's too long in between times. Another checklist, that one, of course, going to the Yankees with Aaron Judge on it. Facsimile signature Carlos Correa. Oh, I just hit something on my iPad over there, and it's off to the races doing, I don't know what. It's got a mind of its own. I don't know what it's doing over there. Crazy iPad. So, Bryce, what have you pulled good lately, man? What have you been hitting? You always have good stories to share. We can live vicariously through you and your hits, maybe. Another flashback that will get sent over to our pile to deal with in random, as will our strikeout leaders for the AL. Here is a chrome Mike Trout, this one numbered to 999. You know, they're saying Andahar is going to be pretty good. So, be anxious to see how that shakes out as the year goes along. Then and now. That is just crazy that Kobe Bryant won an Oscar. I still am just going back to you sharing that, Bryce. I didn't even know the guy had written a short film, so good for him though. Guess that is not, that is just a regular Carlos Correa. But I had to look at it there for a second because I was not sure. You bought one box of Heritage and you got a dual auto. Oh, wow. With Cepeda and Phil Niekro numbered to 25. Dang, man, that is sweet. See, I knew you'd have something. You always have good luck with stuff. That is pretty awesome. You know, he has been, Cepeda, I don't know what his current status is, but he's been in real bad health. Went to the hospital and wasn't doing well at all, like a week or 10 days ago. I don't know what has happened in the interim with him, but I do know recently he has had some health issues. Joey Votto, Reds. NL batting leaders. He is doing better? Okay, good. I heard about it when it happened, and then I didn't hear anything else, so I wasn't really clear what had gone on. I figured he hadn't passed away or anything, because I figure I would have heard that, but it's always good to know that he's doing better. Justin Verlander for the Astros. Clubhouse relic. So far, this box has been all about the relics because, man, I mean, we hit the first half of the case, all relics. So far tonight, we've hit relics. We need to find some autographs. Heritage needs to be giving up some autographs. What did we hit for Cepeda the other day? Was it an autograph baseball, maybe, wasn't it? Out of the Icons baseballs? Maybe. It's either that or a jersey, but I think it might have been a baseball. I did not do a good job getting that wrapper off. Okay. Chris Archer for the Rays with the black border. You know, I didn't realize Yuli Gurriel was suspended or is going to be suspended for the first 5 games or something until I just read it the other day. I guess from his little commentary, we'll call it, from the dugout that was picked up during the playoffs. Oh, you hit a you hit something out of the Hit Parade triple play. I didn't get that out very well, did I? Hit Parade triple play. That's good. I actually have been meaning to get some of that broken too and haven't managed to get it done yet. I've got so much stuff right now. I need to work through some of it. But for those of you who might not know, the Hit Parade triple play, it's really pretty cool. There's a possibility for, well, there are 3 hits in the box. So for 1 break, you have 3 opportunities to win. When you open the box, there is an autographed jersey in it. It's all baseball. And there's an autographed baseball in it. And then there's an autographed photograph in it. So it's a pretty cool little concept they have there with Hit Parade. And they've just come out with it fairly recently. I think they're on maybe Series 2 with it right now or something. And I have been meaning to get some of that listed. But gosh, like so many other things, I just haven't quite gotten that far yet. Yeah, the photo isn't necessarily always an 8x10 though, I think, Bryce. It can also be bigger. I think they can be 8x10 or 11x16 if I'm remembering correctly. And then of course the baseball and the jersey are givens. Those are definites. Another, our box topper here is another buyback card with the 50th anniversary stamp on it. And this one, of course, for the Cardinals. But it's a pretty cool concept. I like the idea of it. And it's nice to be able to have 3 different baseball hits come out of the same box, right? So you don't have to break like a jersey by itself and then a ball by itself there, because they're conveniently packaged together. So I like that. So we'll get into some of that pretty soon. I'm trying to kind of map out like even 7 or 8 days in advance. Everything's always listed 5 days in advance, but I'm trying to map it out a little bit farther than that so I can get all this stuff worked in that I have. And of course, new things coming out every week, usually several new things a week. And you got to work those in too, so it's a challenge sometimes. But I guess that's a good problem to have, right? More stuff to break is always better than less stuff to break. What's the best thing you've seen come out of those triple plays, Bryce? Sounds like you might have watched a few of them, or participated in a few of them, or both, I guess. Yeah, I definitely agree. I like the idea of the 3 at once, because it takes a while, as you might imagine, to get all of the stuff listed when you do a break. So if I were breaking them individually, I'd have to take the time to, you know, do a whole listing for a jersey, do a whole listing for an autographed baseball. I wouldn't probably just break a photograph by itself, but you get the idea. And then, of course, you have to then do the spreadsheet twice after the fact. And yeah, I just like the idea that they can be together in one box in one break. I like it. So I think it's pretty cool. Dodgers Chrome Clayton Kershaw, that one numbered to 569. So basically the deal is when they're white bordered, they're to $9.99. When they are silver bordered like this, they're to $5.69. And if we were to find any more that are the purple kind of border, those are not numbered. I call it purple. They might call it a different color. I don't know. Sometimes Topps calls a color one thing and I would call it another, but you would recognize it if we see it, of course. Oh, so you haven't seen any of the, you haven't seen the big name hit come out yet then? Well, that's good. So maybe I'll have it. Maybe we'll get it. That's me. I always want the big one, right? I always want the headline hit. Although really out of the helmets, we've been doing really well lately with the Hit Parade full-size helmets. I mean, we've hit a lot of what I'd call the bigger potential ones, as you say. Honestly, I don't know how they come up with as much stuff as they do between all the helmets and the jerseys and all the various autograph stuff that they package together to make up Hit Parade. I don't know how they even have that much stuff. They must have people that, they must have a lot of buyers that are scouring the earth basically to find this stuff. There's a new age insert of Rhys Hoskins. I'm sure that that is a full-time job, just the buying, I would imagine. Another relic. This one is Cespedes. We at least got a nice little pinstripe in that one for the Mets. What did I do with my sleeves? So this case seems like it's a little stingy with the autographs. More so than they normally are anyway in Heritage. Where did I just stack those? I don't think so. I know the picture that you're talking about. I think it was Ramos, right? And I don't think that it is an action variation, but let me pull it back up. I'm trying to, I don't remember which stack I just placed it on because that's par for the course. But I don't think that it was. Just give me a hot second and we'll pull it back out here. There it is. It's Ramos. I thought it was Ramos because I did see that one go by. I just don't think it is a variation. No, it's not. It's just the standard. But it's always good to double check. So yes, thank you for calling that one out. I would always rather go back and double check and be safe than sorry. Yeah, this case doesn't look like it's going to have more than, I mean, at this point, the most it could have would be 3 autographs because we only got 3 boxes left. So I don't know if we'll end up with all 3 autographs or not out of it, but definitely we've had a better ratio, I think, in the past than just 2 per case. Maybe I've just been lucky in some of the others. I don't know. Black border Martinez for the Diamondbacks. Jay Bruce. He's back with the Mets, isn't he? I mean, he's an Indian on there, but isn't he back with the Mets now? I think he is. Another facsimile autograph. That one on the Mike Trout insert. Yeah, too bad those aren't real. Oh, Bryce, yeah. Well, see, I told you, it is easier for me. Bryce is saying in chat that he's proud of me. I haven't missed too many things tonight. I'm telling you, the first time I open it, especially in baseball, more so than any of the other sports, it is hard for me to remember and catch all the short prints. It just is. Because there are always lots of them. It's never just one thing to look for. And I'm always all caught up in looking at the product itself and the design and all that stuff. And I will miss them a lot the first break, sometimes even into the second break. But this one, of course, I got a good look at it with 6 boxes, so I saw a fair amount of it in the break. And then by the time I sorted it, that helped as well. So it's always easier after you've broken something once or twice to spot things like that. Although still it's possible for stuff to slide by for sure. Part of the reason, again, you know, there's just so much of it. So many variations. Here we're going to have a little 3-card strip for our box topper out of this one. And there's our empty box. And let's take a look at this. This will be the same thing as the other 3 card formats, or the 3 team format stuff that's going to random. Although, because this is a box topper, we'll probably do a random specifically for it and then any others that we find like it. So Nationals, Phillies, and Astros are in play on this one. I will also set it off to the side here because that will... Basically, I keep all the stuff to the left that we have to deal with in random so that I don't forget. It stays in my line of sight there. This is box 4 that we are looking through right now. So 4 of 6. Brady Bunch throw a flashback card. The one with the Muppets or something on there the other day too. They have some very interesting stuff on the flashback cards. Then and now. And a relic Ian Kinsler for the Tigers. So yeah, we're now down to 2 possibilities for autographs. Everything else thus far a relic. I really wouldn't mind doing a whole case of Heritage, except for the fact that I think I would, in one break, except for the fact that I think I would probably just drop over trying to sort it all. Even doing the sort for a half case is quite a monumental task. Trying to do it for a whole case, man. Plus the shipping would be extremely high. And of course, we're not too far out from Gypsy Queen. It's the 21st of March, I think, unless the Topps moves the date or something. But as it currently stands, I think Gypsy Queen is scheduled to come out on the 21st. So we might, I don't know, we may have enough Heritage to stretch us through to get to the 21st and the release of Gypsy Queen. We'll try to anyway with what I've got. That'll be numbered to 999, chrome for Kyle Schwarber. Trey Mancini for the Orioles. This is a chrome black border. And it is numbered to 69, and it is number 68 of 69. So almost the last in the series, but not quite. We didn't quite get there. Not that that matters. It's just a weird little thing I have. I like it when they're first in the series and last in the series. Absolutely no legitimate reason why. just do. Clint Frazier facsimile autograph on that insert. Oh yeah, Bowman is going to be, oh gosh, man, Bowman is going to be crazy and hard to get. And once again, I probably did not order as much as I should have. I mean, I've got a decent amount coming, but maybe 6 cases or so of Bowman. But not as much as I probably should have ordered. Gypsy Queen, I think I've got 4. They're taking orders for Topps Chrome right now, so it doesn't come out for about 6 more months, but we have to put the orders in now. And even Topps Chrome, which you can normally just kind of order what you want. No, they're saying this year that Topps Chrome is probably going to be allocated. So basically, baseball this year is probably going to be just like baseball was last year. Not going to be able to get as much as we want of really anything. I mean, even Diamond Kings and Donruss Baseball are some of that stuff even is sold out of places. But Diamond Kings, the first case, I mean, I'm just going to suck it up and we're going to break it in the half case, which is, whew. It's an 8-box, it's a 16-box case, so it'll be an 8-box break, and of course it has a tremendous amount of cards in it too. That is probably going to be a 15 to 1800 card break, like so many cards. so many. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it the night it comes out, half case. And hope, of course, that we find Ohtani in there. But I would say between Donruss Baseball and Heritage, between those two together, we'll definitely have enough baseball to make it through until Gypsy Queen comes out on the 21st. Because I've also got, of course, all kinds of basketball coming out right now. So we got to work that in. And then there's football still coming out. So, whew. The Giants' 50th anniversary. Jim Hart, another buyback card as our box loader. But Ohtani is in Donruss Baseball and in Diamond Kings. And, of course, in all the Topps products. So the chase is on. I actually had an Ohtani, you know, the first U.S. card that came out of that Bowman Mega Box, that retail Bowman Mega Box. I have one of those that I really intended to sell. My intent was I'd send it off and get it graded and sell it. I didn't do any of that, so I still just have it. I may just list it and sell it ungraded. Of course, probably won't get, well, I definitely won't get as much for it, but that's all right. I actually have a few of my odds and ends things that I want to list and sell, but I just don't have time. I run out of time every day. Miss IP, I definitely check the backs when I am sorting these, but I do not normally check the backs during the live break because, as you can see, we have a tremendous number of cards here. And if we looked at every one of them on the front and every one of them on the back, we would probably be here until about 2 in the morning. But definitely I check for that when I am sorting it. So here's an autograph finally. We have Edgerton, 50th anniversary. And of course, that is on card. But Miss IP, if you want the backs of all of these checked, I mean, I guess we could do a speed look through them from the back side at the end of the break, but it would be after the break and after the recap and all the stuff that we have to do in random and all of that, because I wouldn't necessarily want to hold everybody to that, but it would probably take us another, if we do just the backs, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or something to go back through all of this. So if that's something you want to do, you can let me know. We'll work it out, but normally that's the kind of thing I would find in sorting, and I would put it in a sleeve and a top loader at that point and note it as a short print or a variation, you know, by writing on the top loader. Bryce, you're saying you want to get a couple of Ohtanis out of just in general, or out of like what was his first U.S. rookie card, or you're saying just in general you want to find a couple somewhere along the way by way of breaks and things? Or did you have a specific one in mind that you wanted, I guess is what I'm asking. Topps News with the black border, and I think you can see this. I'm trying to get this in a, I need to find a different background. Maybe I use that as a background. Can you, now you can see this whole right lower corner there is white, chipped, imperfect, whatever you want to call it, on this black border, Paul Goldschmidt. So usually if I notice that kind of thing, I will point it out when we're doing the live break. Sometimes one will slide by me that I won't catch. And you usually don't find as many of those in Topps as you do with Panini. It's super common to find that sort of thing with Panini stuff. Not as common with Topps, but sometimes you do. Victor Robles for the Nats. Yeah, the Mega Box Bowman, this is like one of your stories. This is one where I got lucky. I only bought one of the Bowman Mega Boxes in total. And I found in that very first box, I had the Ohtani Chrome in there, which is pretty crazy. That's the kind of luck you normally have, Bryce, but it was smiling upon me that day. Fortune was my friend that particular day. But those were crazy hard to find too, frankly. The Mega Boxes, I mean. That's why I had just one. So I'm like, well, I'll just open it up and see how it goes. And I really was surprised that I found it. I was happy that I found it, but I was surprised. But if I had been smart enough to send it off instead of thinking about it and talking about it, and I didn't do it, but if I had done it and gotten it back in time, I mean, at one point, those were selling for a couple $100 out of that Bowman Mega Box. So I could have made myself a little bit of money, but I didn't get it done. Yeah, I think Ronald Acuna is for sure, obviously, one that you can stockpile a little bit as well. Of course, we never know what's going to happen until the season gets underway, but at this point in time, yes, I would think Ronald Acuna would be a very safe stockpile for you with the Braves. There's your Salvador Perez, but it's just the little facsimile auto insert. It's not your throwback jersey that you asked me to pull for you, but hey, at least we found you, Salvador Perez, on an insert, right? So better than nothing. Or as some people would say, better than a stick in the eye. Which, I mean, I really don't even know why that's a saying, because everything is pretty much better than a stick in the eye. You know, I mean. No, Miss IP, I have not seen an Ohtani. It is a short print in Heritage, so it is not going to be easily pulled out of here, autographed or otherwise. Of course, this is just my first case of this. I've been breaking some other stuff this week as well, so this is just the back half of the first case. I guess that's not. I thought maybe that was something, but it's not. But here's Cabrera to $9.99, white border chrome. But I don't think Ohtani's going to be a super easy pull in Heritage. I don't think it's like you're gonna find several per case or necessarily even one per case. Which, I mean, obviously that was their intent, right? I mean, they're creating the market to a certain extent with scarcity and other things in play. Yeah, well, the reason his base rookie is selling that high is because it is not a super easy pull out of here. I suspect it'll be easier in some of the Panini products. I think it'll probably be an easier pull in Donruss Baseball, for instance, and in Diamond Kings. That's just my guess. Panini's quite good at loading up on the things that are hot and the hot players. I think we'll probably have pretty good luck finding him in those. That's my guess. Ken Johnson for the Braves, another buyback card, is our box topper. And this is our last box, sixth and final in this half case. And it is also the end of this case. We already broke the first half of this one. Oh, Bryce, you build Heritage sets. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll keep you plenty busy for a while, for sure. Or as you say, until Bowman comes out. You don't like Gypsy Queen? I'm surprised. I really like Gypsy Queen. I love Gypsy Queen, actually. I always look forward to opening that one. And of course, I always look forward to Heritage because I really think it's kind of the start of the year for baseball cards. Obviously, it's not the true start because we've already opened Series 1, but it feels like, to me, Heritage always feels like the start of the new trading card year for whatever reason. I don't know if Otani will be easier to pull in Gypsy Queen. I suspect his base rookie will be, because I doubt it will be short printed in there. His autographs may not be, but I suspect his base rookie will probably be an easier pull in Gypsy Queen. That's just a guess right now, but I haven't heard anything about it being short printed in there. To 569 for the A's with Chris Davis on that chrome. But I really think a lot of it here, too, is just Topps building the hype a little bit, to be blunt. So they didn't want it to be easy in Heritage. They wanted it to be a tough pull. Creates more demand for the product, you know. Not like Heritage wasn't going to sell out anyway. I mean, it always does, because I think a lot of people are like me and consider it to be the first release of the year. Even though I know Series 1 is, I don't know, Series 1 just doesn't feel like the first release of the year because it's still so far away from the start of the season, and it really kind of almost sits there by itself. It's like on a little island, Series 1 is. For me, anyway. Maybe not for everybody else. I don't know. It's just how I view it. Oh, you're not going to do as many baseball case breaks this year, Bryce. You're going to stick to just a few products. You just getting too many cards. I feel that way sometimes. I have so many cards in this house. I really need to narrow down some of my stuff. Not stuff that I break for you guys, but I'm talking about stuff that I have myself, of my own cards, my own collection of is just outrageously large right now. Probably more football than anything. I have a ton of football. Although really, I don't know. I got a pretty good amount of basketball too. I probably have the least amount of baseball in my own collection because I don't buy into as many baseball breaks as I do some of the others. You're trying to stay out of the doghouse. That's funny. Hey man, I told you the way to work that, you gotta, when you get some big hits, so you gotta sell a couple of those things and then use some of the money to buy the wife a nice little gifty with some of your money from your breaks, and then see, you're not in the doghouse. Rhys Hoskins insert with the facsimile autograph for the Phillies. It's a win-win. And another relic, this one for the Royals, Eric Hosmer. Well, yeah, I agree. If you tried to buy the Angels in every break, that would be extremely costly, yes. So I don't know that I would buy the Angels in every break. I'm still not used to Christian Arroyo being with the Rays. Of course, he was part of that trade, and I still not used to that, seeing him in that uniform. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not right. But it is. But you know, somewhere along the way during the season, we'll probably have another rookie or two that'll pop up that isn't even on our radar right now. Somebody will get called up, and there'll be other opportunities too. I know, Hosmer with the Padres is just going to be bizarre. Of course, we haven't seen any of his cards yet, but that was a trade that, I mean, I don't know why would you want to go to the Padres? I guess if you're, I guess they couldn't keep the core of the Royals together anyway. If they had, you could have kept the core together, maybe added a piece or two and still had another run at it. But I guess since it was going to break up anyway, may as well go on to other deals, maybe more money. And I guess the Padres are putting some pieces into place, so I shouldn't really say it like that. They're probably going to be fine, and obviously adding him is a big chunk in getting to fine faster. I'm going to check that. That, I guess, is that just a regular? See something. This, I think this is a variation of some sort. I just don't know what the variation is. But I think this is a variation of some sort for the Cardinals with Alex Reyes. But I don't know what it is. So, there it is, but I don't know what the variation is. Christopher says he's going to laugh if Ohtani's a bust. Well, you know, his first pitching outing wasn't great, but his second one was pretty good, I think. I doubt very seriously if he's going to be a bust. I don't know how long he'll stay a two-way player, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. Okay, so we have some housekeeping stuff to do here. And a lot of it has to do with all of these things that are going to end up going in random. All right, first let's deal with these. These are our flashback cards, and there's not a ton of them here, but this little pack of them. And I'm going to get something to put them in so that I can write on the team bag after we award these by way of random. So I'll take you along with me here. What we're going to do is copy all of the team names from the spreadsheet, and then we'll drop them into random.org. And I will, because there's 30 teams, I don't see the need to do random multiple times. I only do random multiple times if we have just a couple of entries in there, because I figure that's just kind of what everybody does. I don't know who started that with the multiple randoms, but somebody did a long time ago. Now we all do it. But for anything that has more than 5 or 6 items in it, I don't do it but one time. So I have a list of 30 teams. We're going to drop them all in here. I'll scroll down through it so that you can see that they are all here. And then we'll hit random one time. Whoever comes out on the top, that's the team that'll get that little package of flashback cards. And that is going to the Marlins. So I'm going to just write that on the team bag. And then I will bring you back here with me. All right, so here these are in the team bag going to the Marlins. Next up, we have then and now, and 2 different teams, of course, on each of these as well. So this is going to be going into random as just simply left and right, because there are only 2 entries. This random we will do 3 different times, and the first 2 times are not going to count. So it is only the 3rd and final random that's going to count on this one. Okay, first one doesn't count, second one doesn't count, third and final does. There you see 3 times our date and time stamp, and it's going to the right. So let me put one of these in a sleeve so that I can circle the right hand side, and that serves as my reminder when I'm sorting these. All right, so this one will go to the Indians. This card goes to the Cardinals, to the Indians, Yankees, Marlins, Rockies, and Indians. So that is, those are now taken care of. Next, we're going to do this strip of cards, Nationals, Phillies, and Astros. We're going to look at the checklist to see if anybody owns 2 of the 3 teams, because we do have some multiple team owners in here tonight. You have to own 51% or more to take a card outright. So in that case, it would be 2 of the 3. And that's still flashing where I did the copying from it a while ago. So let's get that to stop. Here's the Nationals, SD's Collectibles. The Phillies is Matt 610. And the Astros, CT Schaff or Schaaf 94. Either way, you know what that means. Yeah, we got to go back to random. Yeah, we do. And this one will be typed in as left, right, and middle. And it applies only to this little box loader strip of 3 cards. It doesn't apply to the other ones, just this particular one. Once again, 3 times first 2 don't count. So ignore that one. Ignore this one. This is the one that counts. 3 times, date and timestamp goes to the middle position. So that means this card is going to the Phillies, because it is the Phillies in the middle position. That's our only box loader that we had like this. Well, that was supposed to be an eye. I made it an L. Whatever. We know what it is. So, Phillies go in there. Now we have this stack. And these are various teams again. So once again, we're going to go left, middle, right. We'll go 3 times. First 2 won't count. Third one will answer the question as to where that stack of cards is going to go. All right, ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Third one is the winner. And there's our 3 times, date, timestamp. It goes to the middle as well. What are the odds? All right. Let's get this in here. And once again, that's in a sleeve. Obviously, I didn't write on the actual card. So Nationals, we'll just take a quick spin through these so people will know what they're going to get. Red Sox, Indians, Dodgers, Diamondbacks, A's, Indians, Rockies, Dodgers, Red Sox, Nats, Yankee, White Sox, D-back, Nat, Indian, Nat, Yankee, Nat, D-back, Red Sox, National, Diamondback, Indian, Rocky, National, Indian, Dodger, and A's. So that's how those were awarded. And now we can actually do a little recap here. Cutting says that there was a Devers short print. Okay. Gosh, do you remember how far back it was by chance? And I will try and find that for you. I'm looking right now as we go here. But, of course, I've stacked these things in a number of different places at this point. So I'm trying to find it for you. But if you knew how far back it was, that would help me some. Last pile or 2. Okay. All right, I'm searching. I remember saying it when we saw it. I did not realize that that was a short print on that one, so that's my bad. Here it is. So I did not realize that that was a short print. I saw it. I even remember saying it when we saw it, but I didn't have it mentally categorized as a short print. So apologize for that, man. Thank you for catching it. And you said you wanted in a one touch, right? A magnetic. So basically what will happen with that cutting is that I will send you well, first I'll go into eBay and I'll find the email address that you use in eBay, and I'll send you a PayPal money request, okay, that will go directly to that email address. So if you use a different one for PayPal than you use for eBay, please remember to check the email address that you use for eBay. And I'll just send you a PayPal money request. It'll be for $3. That covers the cost of the case and the PayPal fees and etc. And there he is, all happily in his little case, safe and sound. I'll put the paper here that was in the plastic with it, with the card. So tells you about the UV protection and whatnot. So you'll get that with the card as well. All right. So these are, of course, all facsimile signatures. They're not obviously real autographs on here, but it is a nice little insert set. So, and there are some rookies in here with it. So figured we would just recap that since I did set them out separately. Some people might want to see that. And we have a nice little short print here for Jose Altuve for the Astros. These are, that's to $9.99 or that's not to $9.99 on the Reyes. It's just a short print of some sort, or a variation of some sort. I just don't know what the variation is, but it is one. This is to $569. This is one of our box toppers. It's a buyback card to $9.99. That's obviously the black border. It has the little imperfection down there in that lower right. Another buyback, a black border chrome for Trey Mancini. White border chrome to $9.99 for Schwarber. Black border Martinez for the D-backs. Clayton Kershaw to $5.69 chrome silver. Buyback for the Cardinals. Chris Archer black border for the Rays. Mike Trout white border chrome to $9.99. Mini Josh Hader for the Brewers. This is a buyback for the the Senators. For this would be the Rangers, I think, for 1969. Pretty sure that that's the Rangers currently, but I'll verify that before I send it out. JD Martinez, that one to $9.99, white border chrome. This is the 100th anniversary gold foil logo there on the Wade Davis for the Cubs. It's not the special back. And then another buyback for the Pirates. And then finally, we have, why do I have that one in there weird? I don't know. I'll put it in the opposite direction. Clubhouse Collection for the Royals, Eric Hosmer. For Seattle, we have the Edgerton on-card autograph. Our only autograph out of this whole case is this Bill Edgerton. Ian Kinsler Clubhouse Collection for the Tigers. Cespedes Clubhouse Collection for the Mets. Clubhouse Collection Relic for the Astros with Justin Verlander. And then the Clubhouse Collection for the Rangers for Runed. And that is it. That's the whole shebang tonight. So guys, as always, I appreciate you bidding and breaking and chatting with me. I hope I'll see you again on another break somewhere along the way. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great rest of your evening and a good start to your week tomorrow. Just putting up there real quickly once again the shipping information, because occasionally people do come through and watch the recap and they might have missed all this stuff at the beginning. So there is the shipping info again. And that's it for tonight. Take care. We'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.